onamgeuni amun engane kokakoek rahisi kasit age tugul. Kerej kityo amun magenyo bage. Oye kitoche ngalek chechekuk mamache aib time neo. Kereji samune kakebwa. Kongoi mising.
Asante sana, makofi kwa Sunguli. Wakati huu Mheshimiwa Rais, nitamkaribisha Mheshimiwa Gladwell Tungo aweze kuja kunena. Na anapokuja, let me remind you as a historical fact. His Excellency the President resigned as the Secretary General of KANU on 6th of October 2007. And today is which date? 10th. It's almost an anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Chairman Gideon Moi for the party of KANU, waheshimiwa waliomo ndani humu na viongozi wengine. Na wasalimu katika jina la Yesu. Amjambo. Watu wa Baringo amjambo. Amjambo tena. Basi langu ni kusema tunashukuru Your Excellency. Nimekuja hapa pia kusema machache. Ogo kotomo got kemwai anyingi maginge ngele itubesienu kele mitiendo nemwoe kole ne nye netya ago karara netya yemengindos chetupcha eng yamdaet agenge mamie okwek mie anda mamie kongo mie kokokibunu chengwonin. Your Excellency, amut kokobesienu kokoromen achek biikab Baringo. Koriria alak mayelewani alak kole ne kokiriria ak achek. Amache amwochi biikab Baringo ale mutyo mutyo mukobun tuguk chemaonai ole ne. Ko ngamu kakonyo chitab His Excellency chitab kobo emet ako neboiwech tugul komukonyo komwawech kole konegi. Ngamu kongomwa tugeno kole nenyo teta kokoingen biikab tugen kole makekei teta. Ko ngamu matokoitu teta sikekei. Kwabwati ale karong His Excellency nimekekeren yuto sikekei. Your Excellency, I am privileged today. Angalali iniyu abaibai nebo iman. Ko nguno biikab Baringo kongenerechi koboiboitu Kenya amagingen. Puru Nandi akole ngalek ko cho, puru Keiyo akole ngalek ko cho, puru Kipsigis akole ngalek ko cho. Hoi ketebenge kele kakobanda kot Yesu. Your Excellency, kiit wakati nikilenjon bichu bo tugen tungo kotom imwa age tugul imwa ile tutam ale ko kineno any. Anetkei ko yamoino mawakase amwa ale ko tanene ale ko kisikchan tamanai. Ko nguno amu kainyo kaeba kap Kimuny Gideon ko tainyo nebo tugen. Nyeni ngewekei kitoboni ngolulget konyokoistowech. So ko ngamu kakotebi kunye ayani tu ale kararan tai. Ongeyane biikab tugen kele kararan tai. Ako mokonyo komwawech kole kararan kotepto ano. Andane So boiboiyenyu ane ale Your Excellency kichamin kaichamile genyo gai ko magitinye ng'olyo nekakakitachin kabelwech anyun Gideon no ribwech anyun chicho tago baibai Gideon keboiboitu achek kongen ale ngot konamgei ko kararan tai so kanyatil akole ngoberurok Jehova ngoberurok Jehova yawektegei ga oib ng'olyo nekararan anda kakonerek chomutu ko yabach subui ongerech anyun ra akoib ng'olyo nekararan kwa gaa kotun kakibwa gaa otachech en nerekcho otachech en boiboiyet matitonerekchi so kanyatuch akatach anyunis tiondois Honorable Senator, First Senator of Baringo County, Chairman of KANU, Honorable Gideon Moi.
Thank you. Kiamwawok anda kamwawok kule tuyet nirani ku tuyet nebo rais ninyo. Kakechiro yu amu onget kule kotestai ne amut. Kya chopke o chopke lakini mait kuwe noto inende ningen amune mait. Alenji Ogasa Amochis Agaleji Kige Galal Lakini Kaga inyo imochi picture Amune Emu nirani Kichang tugu chichang amochini gule kiachenge kecheret nirani sawa toret picture amokchini chemiach kimi tuguk chi matar kimi barabara chi gotonon kimi chuba dam kimi tuguk pokwangut ale kanawa Artemis ak biik George Babaringo kulenjon kekololi kulenjon choto tugul kemwa ayayane alenji amu ikondoindet ak meleim chimwage so walak mutai Aki niois in by emet of Kenya. Aki kwein bik chechuge chuchoman. Ayan. Alenji niois so mama chamwache cha Rais ya Jamhuri ya Taifa ya Kenya nyogololjin biko jodu.
Aya. Watu wa Baringo hoye! KANU hoye! Ndugu zangu wa Kenya, Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Aya, tunaweza keti. Mheshimiwa Senator Gideon Moi ambaye pia ni mwenyekiti wa chama anzilishi wa taifa letu la Kenya, chama ya KANU. Familia ya baba yetu mzee Moi, wana KANU, wana Baringo na Wakenya wote, wacha nirudie tena niseme hamjambo. Mimi kwanza nataka nimshukuru Mungu kwa sababu ametupatia nafasi, tumefika leo hapa Kabarak, mahali pa mzee baba yetu rais wa pili wa Kenya, mzee Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Nyinyi mnajua hii maneno yote imesemekana hapa, mimi najua ni kweli, mimi najua na mimi ndio nitajibu. Tunaelewana? Ane jitana mangale mama jo ame Gideon anano ame jitage ane jito sawa. So kabla sijasema, kwanza mimi nataka niseme nimefurahi sana mimi mwenyewe. Unajua wakati tuliongea na huyu ndugu yangu Gideon, tukapanga maneno, tukapanga maneno ya zamani, tukapanga maneno ya hapo katikati, tukapanga ya maneno ya sasa, tukapanga ingine ya mbele. Lakini sasa baada ya sisi kukubaliana, sasa ikatokea maneno. Sasa hii maneno yote tutakubaliana, nani ataenda kusema hii maneno? Si ndio? Na itaenda kusemwa wapi? Si ndio? So mimi nikamwambia Gideon, mimi ndio nitakuja kusema. Na alafu akaniuliza, unataka tukuje tuseme wapi? Iko State House Nairobi, iko State House Nakuru. Mimi nikamwambia nilikuja kwako siku ingine, mahali inaitwa pale kwa Magonge, inaitwa nini? Alfega. Akaniambia hapana, nimehama sasa, siku hizi mimi niko Kabarak. Nikamwambia hiyo maneno mzuri sana Kabarak, sasa tuweke maneno Kabarak, si ndio? Na kwa sababu hii Kabarak ni nyumbani, ni nyumbani kwetu. Hapa hatukaribishwi, sisi tuko nyumbani. Mauno hii Kabarak mimi naelewa sana. rooms yote hapa kwa mzee, najua iko room gani, iko maneno gani, najua iko dining hall iko wapi, ile mahali tulikuwa tunapangwa iko kona gani, namna hii. Si ndio? Na pia nimetembea na mzee kwa ile kombi yake hapa Kabarak, nimetembea almost everywhere. So mimi nikiwa hapa niko nyumbani. Nilisema siku ile tulikuja kumsindikiza mzee, nikasema ya kwamba mzee Moi alikuwa mzee wa familia hii, baba ya familia hii, lakini vile vile alikuwa baba ya jamii nzima ya Wakalenjin. Na Mungu akamjalia akawa baba wa taifa la Kenya. Si ndio? Na niliambia this family siku hiyo ya kwamba tunawashukuru kwa sababu nyinyi mulikubali tugawane baba yenu na sisi wengine ambao hatukuzaliwa na yeye. You accepted to share, and I remember saying it because it is the one thing I believe in, that you accepted to share your father with us. He was your father, but he also became a father to many. Many of us included, specifically myself. In Moi's political journey, and it is long, many years, the rest of us were privileged to work with Moi in the final years of his presidency. And if there was a person, and Sunkuli knows, if there was a person close to Mzee Moi in his last years as president of Kenya, it was William Ruto. So ni kweli, that is the truth. And I know Mzee Moi mentored many people, many leaders in many parts of Kenya. And he made a huge contribution to our nation. But if there are leaders who are the last bones of Moi's political life, I am among the last born, Mimi. So, as my brother Kipsiele here, Mr. Towit, akitukaribisha hapa nyumbani kama kitinda mimba wa Mzee Moi, mimi pia kama kitinda mimba wa Moi wa siasa, mimi nawakaribisha nyumbani. This is our home. Umesikia? Niko hapa sasa. Yes. Nawakaribisha nyumbani. Sababu wakati Gideon alisema tukuje hapa, mimi ndio nilifurahi zaidi, nikasema basi tuende nyumbani. Wengine walikuwa wanajaribu kuniambia, "Oh, unaenda Kabarak, unaenda Kabarak." Sasa mungetaka tuende wapi? Si Kabarak. Si hapa ndio nyumbani kwetu. Yes. Sisi ni watu hapa. So karibuni sana. Wale mmetoka mbali, wale wengine karibuni. Karibuni. Na mimi nimekuja hapa kwa sababu mnataka tukubaliane na nyinyi. Kwa mapenzi ya Mungu, kwa kura zenu na kwa maombi yenu, mimi leo ni kiongozi wa taifa la Kenya. And I don't take it for granted. It is because of the support of millions of Kenyans, the prayers of millions of Kenyans, and their goodwill, that today, by God's grace, I'm the president of this great country called Kenya. Na sababu hiyo, chama cha KANU ndio chama iliyotusaidia kulete independence katika taifa letu la Kenya. Ni kweli ama si kweli? And if there is a political party that must mind about what Kenya becomes, it must be the founding political party called KANU. You must be interested on what happens to Kenya. Our forefathers, the people who made huge sacrifices to found this country called Kenya, made huge sacrifices so that we can be an independent country, had a vision for this country. And their vision was for a united, prosperous country called Kenya where no citizen is left behind. Ni mnanielewa? That is what informed their sacrifice. They did not make sacrifices so that we can be disunited. They did not make sacrifices so that we can be backward or poor or uneducated or sick or unable to do the things that makes this country great. They made sacrifices so that this country can thrive and become a greater nation. And I want to tell you, good people, especially as I speak to those of you who are members of the founding party of our country, that the sacrifice that were made that time is because so that we can get rid of ignorance. We can build for education. And that is why President Moi, taking over from the founding president of this country, became a great champion of education. He made a huge contribution to education because ignorance was one of the biggest things we wanted to get rid of in this nation. It is the reason why President Kibaki, taking over from President Moi, rolled out the free primary education program, building on what President Moi had done. It is the reason why my predecessor, President Uhuru Kenyatta, worked on 100% transition because there were too many kids falling through the cracks in the education system. And it is the reason why today, under this administration, I have made it my purpose to make sure that every child who is in school, from free primary to 100% transition, we ended up with so many children in school, but we had shortages of classrooms, we had shortages of teachers, and we had limited funds to teach our children. Those are the three things that have become my intervention in the education sector. Today, we have hired 100,000 teachers, the highest in Kenya's history, on what my predecessors did. Today, we have built in the last 3 years 23,000 classrooms, again to make sure that every child who goes to school has a classroom and a teacher. And as a result, we have also come up with a new student funding model that now provides enough resources for teaching in our universities that were struggling because we had too many children and we didn't have the resources to teach them. I am telling you this because I want to take you back to where KANU began, the foundation that was laid. Secondly, we also agreed that we needed to deal with the challenge of health. You know what Moi did with the Nyayo wards in hospitals. You know what my brother, before my brother, you know what Mwai Kibaki did to try universal health coverage. We didn't succeed. We tried universal health coverage under Jubilee. We didn't succeed. Today, because it's a legacy that we wanted to be rolling out universal health coverage. It is the same thing we are doing in agriculture. It is the same thing we are doing with our economy. And I want to tell you, it is because of this reason that I look for my brother Gideon. Yes, because Kenya is not supposed to be a third world country. And we can change this country, my friends, in our lifetime. Many people never believed that we could transform our agriculture, reduce fertilizer, provide seeds. Today, our coffee farmers are earning more. Today, with the cartels that were there in the sugar industry, today we are selling more tea. Today, we are doing more in the agricultural sector. Not many people believed it was possible. Many people did not believe that it was possible to roll out the housing program. It has been in our books for 30 years. Today, we are building 170,000 houses. We are building markets. We are building hostels. Many people did not believe that it was possible to straighten our education. We had problems with CBC. Today we have straightened it. We had challenges with our economy, serious challenges with our economy, huge debts, inflation 9.6%, exchange rate had gone to 167. All the reserves had gone down to 5.7. Today, our economy is doing better because we have done what we need to do. But even though we have done whatever we have done with the economy, even though our inflation has come down to 4%, even though our dollar reserves have gone up to 11.8 billion, even though we have reduced our exchange rate to 129, and we have done all the other things in health, in housing, in agriculture. Even after doing all that, I want to tell you, as Kenyans, and I want to speak to you as members of KANU, that is not enough. We need to lift this country to the next level. We need to lift this country to the next level. And I have had a conversation with many leaders. I will confirm to you here, I have had a conversation with the Honorable Raila Odinga, and I have told him it is important for us, despite everything else, we have the potential to move this country to the next level. I have sat down with my predecessor, President Uhuru Kenyatta, and I have explained to him that we need to move this country to the next level. And I have looked for my brother Gideon. You mnanielewa? Yes. And told him it is time for us to move Kenya to the next level. And for us to move Kenya to the next level, we need to pull together. We need to work together. And told him, we need to pull together. We need to work together. I want you to come and help me pull this country together so that we can elevate Kenya to the next level. Nyie mnanielewa? So, kama iko makosa imetokea huko anywhere, blame it on me. Mimi ndio mwenye hii maneno yote. Na Gideon nikamwambia, Gideon tafadhali. Nyie mnanielewa? Yes. Because the destiny of Kenya is far greater than what I can get, what Gideon can get, what the next leader can get. Pulling together, we can lift this country to the next level. And that is why I want to ask you, as members of KANU, you have the greatest stake in the future of this country. You want a successful country. You want us to move this country from the third world to the first world. Sindio? That was the motivation. That was the inspiration of the founding fathers of our nation who are in KANU. And that is what I intend, working with my brothers, working with my sisters, working with all Kenyans, for us to lift this country to the next level. In the last 3 months, actually 2 months, regions of Kenya, because sikizeni, tumechelewa. Hii inchi imechelewa. Why do I say so? Nataka mnisikize vizuri. South Korea ilikuwa kama Kenya in 1963. Same GDP, same education, agricultural country like us. But today, the GDP of South Korea is 20 times that of Kenya. Ninyi mnanielewa? It is 20 times that of Kenya. In fact, mimi naenda Konza on Monday. Konza City on Monday. Konza City tumejenga na 80 billion shillings tulisaidiwa na South Korea. Just imagine. South Korea yenye ilikuwa kama Kenya in 1963. We need to ask ourselves, what did we get wrong that they got right? Because it is possible for this country to be different from what it is today. Nyie mnanielewa? Let me give you another example. I invited the Prime Minister of Singapore. He came to see us here in Kenya. Singapore was a slum like our Kibera here in 1963. Today, Singapore, 98% of their citizens are homeowners. 98%. They are in the first world. Today, in Kenya, 7 million people are living in slums, and we are in the third world. Sasa mimi nauliza nyinyi, jameni, mnataka tuendelee na hiyo barabara? Tuendelee kubaki nyuma? Yes, we must stand together. We must think together. We must pull this country out of the third world. And it is possible for us to do it in our lifetime. And that's the reason I have looked for my brother Gideon to come and help me pull this country out of the third world so that we can have a progressive country. Nyinyi mnanielewa jameni? Konias Ogaswa. kanyo asomok biikab Baringo. Amu atinye boisiet ak ameche ayai kong'et kokas ameche ayai kabisa kong'et amu kikelechi kimoimoi mamei amasobe. Maunoto ko kimwa chitab Kalenjin kole iwe kile yetun koba emet kaplelach kome anan koso komame anyun sobe anan ole kokas kunias makaplelachindet arab Moi in Gideon Moi rais anane kemeche as kenam emoni ak ameche ketoretkei. Ingele ngatete alen ongetet ng'alek chebo housing kolen biik alake lembech ng'alechu. Rani keteche emet kimikik netom kekere. Kikolecho kiteche ng'alek chun tugul akeribe uchumi akeribe ne ingen bichu ngot komi wabunge ing yu chemeche komwa ng'alek chebo iman. Ko kingokona kirokto arap Kenyatta ko kimi tuyet nekimi Masai Lodge yun nekibo biikab Azimio ko kikaba wajumbechu chekibo Azimio betusiechoto ipkecham anyun kot kelechigei arap Ruto ini uchumi arawek somok kolul amu kitokos banda lakini mokotorto kamuktaindet ilen kilul makiachi ukarabati emet achi ukarabati uchumi nikiakomeche kong'ei ko kiapangan kweli inflation nikimi barak olin kikonyo yu exchange rate kiakokwaman kolo kiachul komwoe biikab IMF oin kolen kikotesak nguno emetab Kenya uchumi kiki namba 8 kimi rani namba 6 eng Africa anane ole so kokanyo asomok biikab Baringo alecho omoche kepingan ke karamoini Gideon ini omoche komi yun ami yun kiyam no kibo oin kiyam no kibo oin anan omoche kototesetai anane biikab nenguno ngosise biikab Baringo kamwa chebo iman omoche man keng'alal kele sikomi arap Ruto kokwerie serikali omi cheboto chelache koik ing timin yun kweli hapana mauno so kimi yura au kanyo mwenyewe atorugei lengarop taman amayoku chi siwakero konda eng konda alechok ochunde Gideon ini keboisie tuwai ketech ng'alekab emet nebo tai nyokotoreto kepangan nimbo emet nin chang kokesich akichek ng'etik siku hizi chutachu chep kenyisiek 30 32 32 somok 5 kwai chutachu mi yu akichek ngotokomildagei chutachu mami ng'ala sikineti polepole ngomach kosir kelechi hey kasirto kelechi ake eng yo tatai anane kwani ane kyai ko mjumbe kyatinye kenyisiek ata kimotinye kenyisiek 30 ang Gideon ne ge mujum bo ngi sa gi mo ko iban tanyo o mo je ge tep tano age ba nganis kuna da o cha mo Gideon ni ge ba ise tuai ja bi ga ben bari ngi ko le ne nguna ko le ge ba ise tuai amo mo je ko te ge kwan yin ngale ge ni age ba ise tuai ke ba ngane mete nin ke ba ngan ko wala ge mo ne Kuno asni kanyo, komo asni ole kota ke moyo ke kai mapema. Kagile ko biro kasi sing kemas taulo. Onyo yuegat. Oiso, koto ko biro kasi mage bangkan na ke ongkolo ko muaite. Ko ki ko ikin kuno tar lagi nisi ara maga ke bwa. Awakanye ke somoge, kile kimeche ke baishe pamoja. Agemeche kebe pani pamoja. Akameche amwochi kongoi Gideon. Amu kingengalal koek muren koleja ingwe Arap Ruto. Ngatoretin. Aleji ichunde ni ngotep koborio kijana yeju ni. Kule ngachunda ni koborio kijana yeju akiche koteseta. Nganyo anende totoretin. Arai koai makosa Gideon kokanyo kotoret ne barnyo biikab koroni. Ako taginei betut age tos ma ibu akot ketit akot agenge nyeketeke kot nikibar Moi kongonyo murenoni nyokotekwa akine kot komi makosa hapana lakini mongetin moboryeno mising koboryeno yani hapana Otawa sa bigala gele kone rekya kone rekki Gideon amune kone rekki Gideon ko kenyo ko toreta maone reji anan go maonai araisi kanyo asamale ko no jiji ke baise tuai ligi una da au jammo olenje ute sara laga ke jammo Sasa hii koleja arip Gideon. Sasa hii biikab koroni. Sasa nengosise man kabisa kiribech
ndamwagime nondo yubati ngwondungi tata wazizya wonage naji